As well, but Steph is here talking holidays and changing habits and how it's hitting into sales of some big travel companies. Good morning to you, Steph.
Yes, morning to you both. Lots of people will be looking forward to their holidays over the summer, and it's interesting to see how things have changed on that. Morning, everyone. Yeah, it's been interesting how the destinations we go to have changed. It's a lot to do with the perceived safety of countries. EasyJet told investors yesterday that bookings to Egypt and Turkey are down, and likewise the travel giant TUI, which owns First Choice and Thomas Cook, has said bookings in Turkey have also fallen by 40%. I'm sure you won't be surprised to hear that's because of this. Spain and the Balearics are on standby for record visitor numbers this year. Well, with me now is Joel Brandon-Bravo, who's the UK boss of Travelzoo. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So is this all about security? People are worried about going to places like Egypt and Turkey because of what's happened in the past?
Absolutely. What's different this year is that usually people just decide based on a destination and the price of the holiday. And we did a survey earlier in the year, and over 30% of people said that safety was now up there with price in terms of their decision-making process about where to go.
So what does that mean for anyone who's going to Spain? Does it mean the beaches are going to be packed and it's going to be dead expensive?
Prices are certainly up, and I think availability is already pretty patchy in Spain. One travel company I spoke to this week said that Italian hotels that they'd normally work with are actually already sold out through to September. The Portuguese Tourism Board also are saying that they're expecting a record year. So I think, yes, if you haven't booked, I recommend, and you want to go to those destinations, I would definitely book soon if you want to have any choice, and do expect to pay a little bit more.
And when we say a little bit more, any ideas how much we're talking?
Well, the Financial Times said around £30 to £40 per person, and again, another travel company I spoke to yesterday said a package that was normally £400 would probably expect to pay about £500 this year. But I think if people maybe are a little more creative with where they go, if you really do want to go to Portugal, maybe try Madeira, the Azores. If you really do want to go to Spain, perhaps look at hotels that are a little bit away from the beach inland. You should still get a deal, but perhaps also if you're looking for a deal, look elsewhere.
What does it mean then, do you think, for places like Egypt and Turkey? Because they rely a lot on tourism, don't they?
Absolutely, yes. So the 40% figure is true across sort of Tunisia, Turkey and Egypt, because it's affected all markets, not just from the UK. So that's obviously having a huge and devastating impact on the local economies there. I do believe things can recover. I think if we can get the security situation and we see no more incidents, we saw in Marrakesh in 2011, they recovered very quickly after a bomb there.
So that's interesting. So you think it might be this year that it's Spain's particularly busy, but next year, if nothing happens in the Middle Eastern countries, it'll get better over the next few?
I expect that, yes, absolutely.
And in terms of holiday habits generally, are we seeing any shift towards fewer people going abroad? You know,
well,
more people
I think one of the trends that we've seen is that it's been more of a late market. It's been a kind of a wait and see. I think the concern has led to people just leaving it a little bit later to book. And that's obviously impacted the travel booking numbers. There's also a bit more of a trend, people are looking at long haul more often. So there are other trends affecting the market, things like the oil price coming down a lot and a while ago now, so that's now filtering through into flight prices. So destinations like America proving very popular, also the Indian Ocean, places like the Maldives. So there's a shift both to a later market and perhaps more people looking at long haul.
It sounds like people have got more money then as well if they're going to more long haul destinations.
Well, I think, you know, the economic recovery a little bit is also having another factor. And let's hope after the Brexit vote, when the currency starts to stabilise, because that's also having a big factor on people's affordability of holidays depending on where they're going.
Yeah, interesting. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks for having
to hear
me
about where everyone's going. It's making me jealous as well. Holidays in the future. That's it for me for now.
So I've got my plans now.
I'll have you. Oh, good.
Thank you, Steph. See you later on.